Ladies and gentlemen, put on your seatbelts because we are on a generational run right now. If you guys have been watching this channel, then you already know that there has been a series of unfortunate, or let's just say bizarre events happening all around the United States. For example, out in California, the pigs are literally turning blue. I kid you not. Their flesh is turning the color of a blue raspberry slushie from the 7-Eleven. Now, the experts claim that the pigs have become addicted to some sort of pesticide that is turning them blue, but Lord knows what's really going on out there. Now, meanwhile, down south in Georgia and South Carolina, there's a bunch of radioactive wasps on the loose. Yeah, you heard that right. They have found about a half a dozen radioactive wasp nests at nuclear waste sites in Georgia and South Carolina. Now, luckily, they destroyed the nest, but they don't know where all of the wasps went. So the wasps are out there somewhere, probably wreaking havoc as we speak. And what's even scarier is that there has to be some sort of leak. This nuclear waste is leaking somewhere. So that's even a bigger problem than the radioactive wasp. Now, as all of this madness is playing out, up in Colorado, the rabbits are starting to grow tentacle-like, I don't know what you would call it. I guess you could call it growths. I don't want to call it warts. Maybe you would call it tumors, kind of like horns. They literally look like octopus tentacles are growing out of the rabbits' faces up there in Colorado. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on right now. And now we have something else to worry about on our hands, as if all of that is not bad enough. Now, wait for it. Can you guess? You guessed right. You already saw the title of this video. We are now dealing with radioactive shrimp. Now, I need you guys to do me a favor. Pull out your phone, pull out your tablet, your laptop, do your own research for just 1 minute. Because I know that a lot of people watching this video, they're not going to believe that all of this stuff is true, but unfortunately it is. We are now dealing with radioactive shrimp, ladies and gentlemen. And usually when we deal with one of these bizarre problems, the issue is usually contained to a certain state or a certain area. But boy, oh boy, the radioactive shrimp have now spread across 13 different states. And we have our good friends over at Walmart to blame for this madness, because they are dealing out radioactive shrimp like freaking hotcakes. And I can't help but wonder. I can't help but wonder, the number one question on my mind right now is, what would Bubba Gump think about this? Bubba Gump knew, or at least he thought he knew, about every single type of shrimp there was. You got shrimp and grits, you got shrimp po' boy, you got fried shrimp, you got boiled shrimp. Bubba Gump had no idea, he never knew that there was a such thing as radioactive shrimp. You want to know why? Because in the good old days, we weren't dealing with radioactive shrimp. This is a modern day problem, a 2025 problem. Okay? So yeah, Bubba Gump, this is the one shrimp that was not in his catalog. And look, when you venture outside of Bubba Gump's catalog of shrimp, that is dangerous territory. Okay? You got to stay contained within the Bubba Gump categories, folks. We don't need no new kinds of shrimp. But radioactive shrimp, that's what we're dealing with now. And it's being served up to people all across America, 13 different states. Hell, You might be eating radioactive shrimp for dinner, for all we know, right now.
We bought frozen shrimp from Walmart recently. We have an important and, yes, a strange warning. The shrimp may be radioactive. The FDA says certain great value raw frozen shrimp is contaminated with cesium-137. Now, that's a chemical contaminant that's present in the soil and atmosphere as a result of nuclear testing. It's also used in medical and other industrial applications. The FDA says if you bought this shrimp, throw it away. We have the specific batch numbers of the contaminated products on our website, 6abc.com.
So are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? Are you guys thinking what I'm thinking? You don't even know it yet, but right now you are watching the beginning. You are watching my superhero origin story. I don't know about you guys, but I'm about to head to the nearest Walmart. I'm about to buy like 5 dozen of these shrimp, and I'm about to go full Incredible Hulk mode. I'm going to be called like the Incredible Shrimp or something. Yes, maybe it's the lamest superhero you could possibly be, but it's still a superhero nonetheless. Now, in all seriousness, I did a little bit of digging and a little bit of research so you don't have to. I have the batch numbers of the affected nuclear waste radioactive shrimp. Now, look, I don't care what the batch number is. I don't want any shrimp from Walmart now. I don't want any shrimp from anywhere for a while. And I love fried shrimp, but this, this is definitely throwing me off. So I'm not going to go and look like, oh, is this the batch that is nuclear waste shrimp? Are these the radioactive shrimp? No, I'm just not going to buy shrimp from Walmart, period. But here are the batches of the affected shrimps, of the affected scrimps. Now, I also went on the website, right? And on the website, it has a few questions that people may ask. Like, what should you do if you bought these radioactive shrimp? You want to know what their suggestion is? Throw the shrimp away. If you got the shrimp, just throw them away. Well, you freaking buttholes, what if we already ate the shrimp? The website just says, oh, if you bought the shrimp, throw them away. What if we ate the freaking radioactive shrimp? What do we do then? Obviously, it goes without even saying, if you find out, oh God, those shrimp I bought a couple of days ago are radioactive, you're going to throw them away. What happens if you already ate the radioactive shrimp? They don't have any answers for that. They have not a single answer for that on their website. But I do have a list of the states that have been affected. Let's go ahead and take a look because, man, this has spread far and wide. Alabama, Arkansas, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Missouri, Mississippi, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, Texas, and West Virginia. So that is a very long list. And many of you watching this video right now live in this affected area. So be careful out there. And I mean, this is just, another thing that we can add to our list of crazy things going on in America right now. I didn't have this on my bingo card. This one was something that was totally unexpected. I was totally expecting the zombie squirrels. We'll talk about that in a future video. I saw that coming from a mile away. But the radioactive scrimps, that one caught me off guard. And this one hurts me to my heart. Because I want to eat some shrimp, but now I can't. Because now I'm worried, like, hey, are these things mingling around nuclear waste? But anyways, for now, you guys let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.